Wow, so Netflix acquired WB. We really are in a new era. Is it really as bad as everyone is making it out to be online? Yes. Well, maybe. So it may not actually be the worst outcome, and might be a blessing in disguise. Okay, maybe not quite that, but hear me out. I'm Brinks, and join me for a little discussion on the future of Mortal Kombat and NetherRealm Studios in light of Netflix's acquisition of WB. I've got some thoughts, so let's just jump into it. If you haven't seen the news, Netflix, the streaming service company, has acquired Warner Bros. Discovery. This apparently includes WB Games as well, which means Mortal Kombat. So you're probably in one of two camps about this. Either you think this is the worst thing ever, and we're about to see all of the worst and greediest practices being forcibly inserted into future Mortal Kombat and DC games, if we even get any more MK games. Or, not much will change, and why would it? We're just replacing one big, dumb, greedy, out-of-touch, non-gaming company with a different one. Personally, I'm closer to the second camp, with perhaps a bit more optimism than most people seem to have. But before I sicken you with my glass-half-full propaganda and next-level hopium, let's shove the black pill down our throat for a second and entertain what option 1 might look like, just so we can all get our fill of complaining and doom posting, as we love to do in this community. I joke, but this is very justified complaining, to be clear, as is everything that I complain about on this channel. Besides the fact that this is probably terrible across the board for consumers, and that we are almost never the winners of big, huge mergers like this, there is a very scary possibility that Netflix just does not care about the gaming potential of their shiny new collection, and puts everything into their streaming platform. Like, they don't even mention gaming at all on their website breakdown of all of this. That's alarming. And besides all that, Netflix is not really a game company. By that I mean at all. And apparently, they have already tried to dip their toes into gaming with not great results. So that's not a good sign. And given the push towards streaming and subscription services for fucking everything, there's a more than 0% chance, if they do even try something gaming related with their new IPs, that Netflix puts their greedy fingers into our games and tries to monetize things that you never even thought could be monetized. Just even more low-effort microtransactions than MK1 had. Or, I don't know that it would or could ever get this bad, but imagine for a sec a hellscape where you needed some kind of subscription service just to access certain core modes of the game. It is already cringe that console users have to pay for online access. Thanks, Xbox Live. Imagine now another layer of that for certain games or modes on every platform. Turbo cringe. Maybe Ranked or Combat League would require you to be an MK Gold Pass holder or some nightmare shit like that. And maybe you could bypass it if you linked your Netflix account, which would make you automatically a Gold Pass holder. It is already annoying with how many games require you to be online or linked to some other account, even for offline modes, but it can certainly get even worse. We could even see a future where you need some companion mobile app with advertisements on it that lets you even unlock your account on the game that you paid for. Gross. Surely that sounds cartoonish, and you would think that higher-up executives would understand what being a normal person that just plays games is like, and wouldn't let some insane stuff like that happen. But Amazon just recently got tremendous backlash for going forward with using AI to completely dub certain animes in other languages. Like, multiple people, probably a number that we wouldn't even want to know, heard that pitch and said, yes, passionate audience members would definitely enjoy hearing this show in their native language if we hired 0 voice actors and just used soulless AI voiceovers to save money. After all, we're a small up-and-coming company that has to use our money sparingly, and our viewers would empathize. Actually imagine some of your favorite anime or animated show moments where instead of a passionate voice actor giving their heart and soul to bring the characters to life for you to connect to, it's a lifeless bunch of ones and zeros synthesizing that performance instead. It is insane that I didn't absolutely vomit all over my microphone just now saying that out loud, let alone imagining it. There was also that one higher-up that unironically made comments about microtransactions for ammo or reloading or something in a game. Point being, some of these people and companies just do not live even remotely the same life and have an entirely foreign understanding of the world compared to us. To even call them detached or out of touch would be a hideously irresponsible understatement and a blatant abuse of my ability to speak. So, it is definitely alarming to think about what someone like Netflix could do with MK or DC. Especially because the IPs themselves are moneymakers in the right hands for sure. So they definitely will be looking at them at the very least and would probably not just let them die, even if that might be the better outcome, according to us, depending on what heresy they have planned. But that's all pretty drastic, and I don't think it's super realistic. Please be wrong, please be wrong, please be wrong, please be wrong. Honestly, I think the most likely outcome for all this is that Netflix tries to milk DC and MK, but not in their games, other than maybe some low-effort mobile games, but more so in their shows. Maybe they'll start churning out MK cartoons or live-action shows every few months. Given the hit-or-miss nature of Netflix originals, and especially the ones based on existing properties, this could be a mixed bag that might result in some cool animated shows in the Mortal Kombat world, maybe. As far as being fully in camp too, though, that this decision will be more of the same, just trading greedy Warner Brothers for greedy Netflix. Maybe they'll focus so much on the TV side of things that they just let NetherRealm do their own thing. But the problem with that, however, is do we really want that either, though? Because I don't think that changes much. While WB probably had a big hand in the way that MK1 turned out, probably enforcing tight deadlines with minimal regard for the actual game dev process, WB isn't the only villain in the story. Like, I don't think WB created Invasions and thought, "This is what MK fans want, a worse version of playing against humans where the CPU reads all your inputs, covers your screen with garbage, and randomly becomes armored every 1.5 seconds. I don't know whose voice that's supposed to be, but someone in NetherRealm decided to make that instead of the Crypt or a new Conquest mode. And probably several people actually, at least okayed it. The same people that are probably to blame for not being able to backtrack on the map or run faster on the game board when the game launched. Those same people that didn't include the ability to pin moves on the screen in any game mode for the first few months. The same people that deliberately designed an unsafe special move that does 0 damage on hit. Or a plus on block move that can't come out on block. WB is to blame for the time crunch that probably resulted in some of those mistakes, sure, and likely for giving us 54 guest characters, and also probably for changing Sector and Cyrax to women, so we would have more women characters on the roster, rather than, I don't know, giving us any of the iconic and fan-favorite badass women characters that already exist in the franchise that people have been asking for. I don't really see any of this changing that much under Netflix. I can see them rushing NetherRealm just the same, and NRS making the same decisions they unfortunately are becoming known for, especially under pressure. Which brings us to my hopium for the future. maybe, just maybe, this is crazy, but hear me out. We get some fighting game loving MK visionary at Netflix that really knows how to milk this franchise in a way that everyone gets to drink from it. Just listen, I'm about to shower you with facts. How do we have this dope-ass dark world of demons and martial arts and tournaments and sorcerers and ninjas, and the only thing we get is a half-assed fighting game every couple years that changes the formula and characters every time, plus a few super campy live-action movies? Why is there not another Shaolin Monks? Why is there not a full game of Conquest mode? Why is there not a third-person action RPG type game where I can play as Scorpion or Sub-Zero or Reptile or whatever ninja in like a God of War, Darksiders, Devil May Cry, Infamous, Ninja Gaiden, etc. type of game? Or imagine a roguelike akin to Hades, where you zip around with Scorpion as your rage and desire for vengeance ramps up while you slaughter Oni and other demons on your quest to find and end Quan Chi, unlocking new abilities and gear as you go. MK would also be the perfect IP for a game like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Just a big, cooperative action-adventure game, I guess it's maybe got some RPG elements, with tons of characters to play as, all with their own cool-ass abilities and attacks to play with, all while making cool quips and getting to have actually interesting banter between characters that goes deeper than, "Have you ever been to Prague?" once on business. End conversation. What a stupid interaction. That's the "we're about to fight" dialogue? Is that supposed to build hype? Establish something interesting about the characters or their relationship? Contextualize why they might be fighting and potentially ripping each other apart? Cause it fucking does none of those. It is aimless small talk. So maybe Netflix can save us from this shit. Where was I? Right. So the main point being, MK is packed full of cool characters with protagonist energy. Characters who could be on the cover of the game by themselves, and most of us would buy it off the premise alone. But all we get are half-baked fighting games that don't even have the benefit of our fan-favorite characters being even the same guy from game to game. Is any of this likely? Hell no. But man, it's hard not to think about how much potential there is here for MK as an IP and the many cool characters it has, all with incredible potential for cool games beyond just fighting games. So maybe, just maybe, someone at Netflix will feel the way that I do and has the means to kind of push NRS into that direction, while also having the ability to help them restructure their leadership a bit, since it seems like they're lacking in that department, at least with balance, storytelling, and community outreach and communication, just to throw out some random examples. Regardless of what happens, I do think some kind of change needs to happen within the studio. They don't seem to prioritize the right things in their games lately, and their balancing decisions in this game have been pretty insane, and those things can't be blamed on WB. But I guess we will have to see what exactly happens going forward. Like everyone else, I'm sure the next game will be Injustice 3, and regardless of what happens with Netflix, I hope that NRS can get their shit together for that game and find a formula that works. In other news, 2XKO, the free-to-play League of Legends tag fighting game, gets its console release next month, and that game is a blast, especially if you have a friend to play it with. 2v2 tag is the coolest thing in a fighting game. Along with the Avatar fighting game that comes out next year, it looks pretty awesome. And then also Marvel Tokon next year has Ghost Rider at launch, which is enough for me. So tell me in the comments what you expect to happen from this Netflix nonsense, if you think I'm absolutely insane for some of my suggestions, which characters you'd like to see for Injustice 3, and if you're eyeing any of these new upcoming fighting games. That's going to do it from me. Like and subscribe if you want to show support. And if you appreciate these kinds of more ranty, less edited videos, you're all awesome. Later.
Aftershock, which is typically an hour you want to sit.
There's anti-air. Definitely not taking that. No.
Yes, meter.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spends it on the projectile.
No anti-air that time. Place interrupts. Yeah, very minor stuff.
Okay, that's plus. Yeah, you can't duck that even. Jails. Yeah.
Tap Boy sending it to, I think, our first game 5 of the night.
Game 5. Can't do it. No.
Lego.
Game 5, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good one. This is definitely the hypest set of the day so far. But we're only getting some hyper ones as we get closer and closer to the end of this bracket.
Sticking to their guns on this beautiful Sundo nighttime stage. First hit, that grab. Oh, wow, phases right through and punishes the stars. But he just missed the string. I think it's like a dash. Another overhead over the low. Oh, they're both showing out the faces. This is a very emotionally intense set. Run. Back in. Alright, so very dominant for some cards
right here. Good reactions right here. This defense is so solid that they say they're going to get opened up. They're not going to be able to convert into the rocket. Or throw though. Yeah, boy, do it. Plus frames. Plus frames again. Fuck,
and the breaker's gone. You know what? Even if he loses round, you have this huge meter that's worth it now.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to hold on to that. Let's see if that boy wins the final round or if Brinks will end this crazy back and forth that's been happening. Armor.
Okay, I've been waiting for him to do something like that.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my god.
In the air, so they can get
yeah,
through.
like
Come on.
armor. Yeah, that's big damage. I like it. Spend all the resources. 39. About. Oh,
Shimmy.
Shimmy, yeah. He's just trying to grab this.
Oh, that's a punish though. And no meter to break. Brinks having all these resources. Is he gonna step on his? Oh, really? Wow. Up around.
It does a lot.
I guess maybe he just wants to get as much damage as possible while that boy's meter is low.
Yeah. I mean, now you're one hit, you're smoke. Hand time bar.
Yeah.
You have double sector. Like, this is still one hit.
Armor
was
works.
risky, but he
Does
did
he
it.
have Tremor? Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was definitely risky, but we got a risky. We're bracket.
Now you're out of the fatal in the
loser
final
side.
round of the
This is
set.
top 8. Yeah. It was a risk for Brinks.
Chase down with the Yoki. Love that dash right there.
Oh!
Just trying to block it out. And he actually doesn't confirm below. Okay, honestly, I'll take that out of the invisibility sequence. Yeah. Just take a grab worth of damage.
Anti-air. Didn't confirm. You're full screen.
Nice push him out. Checking him, trying to get out. Breaker is spent. They're both empty on meter. It's just all pure footsies at this point.
Yeah.
Phase grab.
Okay. Teleport, interesting. I just keep him honest.
Is he gonna look for a phase through the stars? He tried to get right there, but got startup.
This has to be basically a read.
Oh, he lost the head. And he spent
and he spent the bar too. That was so good. What?
He's getting away from missile. Yes, he's out of range. Oh, and that's, I think, is that Tremor? I think he's alive. Wait. Oh, that's just enough. That looked like that Vixel. And a final round victory for Dat Boy.
Oh, good sack, guys. That was a good one. And big scoops right there.
Afro Kami will begin his run back. Didn't look like it for a while, but yeah, definitely the best set so far.
Warrior hit that clutch. Facts.